Welcome to coffee lecture number 33 from the Chemistry, Biology, Pharmacy Information Center. My name is Jozica Dolenc, and I will today present you BrowZine. So what is BrowZine? BrowZine touches upon the problem how to keep up to date with the scientific literature nowadays. Many of us have alerts from citation databases such as Scopus, Web of Science, and PubMed that are coming into our inbox, and sometimes we have time to read them, sometimes not. Then people also have table of content alert emails from publishers or RSS feeds. And then on the top of that, we try to follow social networking sites to see posts of researchers and institutions on their hot topics, which is all very nice, but if these things come in the wrong time, maybe we don't read what came to us. So that's why BrowZine has been developed with the idea to represent a virtual newsstand for scientific e-journals, which one can approach when one has time and check what's been published in the journals that are most important for us. Now, this virtual newsstand is a program, is a tool that's been developed by Third Iron, a company from the US, and is available as a web service and a mobile application for smartphones and tablets. So what you can do with BrowZine is build a collection of your favorite e-journals in 4 bookcases that are available to you. Each bookcase has 4 shelves, and on each shelf you can put 4 electronic journals. You can then save articles for offline reading if you find some of the interesting ones. You can also export citations from those articles to different reference managers such as Zotero, EndNote, BibTeX, and so on. And you can share articles via social media or email. What you cannot do with BrowZine is comprehensive literature searches, similar to what you do in literature databases or in Swisscovery. So that is not the idea of BrowZine. And what you also cannot do in BrowZine is annotate articles. For that, you should then indeed export them to reference managers and annotate there. From here on, I would like to do a live demo of BrowZine. So to get to BrowZine, you should just type in browzine.com. And then if you're inside for the first time, you will see a list of libraries that are licensing it, and you need to authenticate as ETH library. And then you get a little note telling you that this is a company from the US, and you just so you know that. And then if you click on continue, you will see the ETH Zurich ETH library here on the left-hand side. You can use BrowZine in different ways. So I'm showing you a web service now. I'm later on going to show you also how it looks on tablets and smartphones. And the first thing you can do here is if you have a favorite journal that you would like to search and put on your shelf, you can already type your name here and you'll get to it. Now, I'm going to show you in these 10 minutes a browsing option. So if you, for example, would like to see which kind of journals are there in biological sciences, you can click here. And then you see very many different journals in the field of biological sciences. And here you have subcategories then. And you can sort them by journal rank, for example. And then we get here in the top Nature, which I think we all know. Now, if you would like to look into the latest issue of Nature, you just click on it. And I think that's the issue from today. And here you see the articles that have just been published. If you would like to read a PDF, you can click here and you get to the PDF. And here's a link to the Nature journal. And then we have the possibility to save this article for later reading. What I said, it's also possible. So for that, you need to be registered. So let me log in. And then you can save this article if you like to your collection of articles. And I will now put it into a coffee lecture collection. This one has already been inside, so it's been removed now, but doesn't matter. It would appear then under here, under my articles. And actually, that's the one I think we looked at, and I can read it later. Now let me go back. Now I clicked a little bit too much around. Here I was. So here we have then, so save my articles, and this is then the exporting to reference managers. You can see there are really many different ones available, and here you can share then with different social networks. And if you go to the left-hand side, you can then go through different issues of Nature and look what's been published there. And if you like Nature and you say, wow, that is something I would really like to have on my bookshelf, you can add the journal to your bookshelf by simply clicking here on Add to my bookshelf. And now it says, well, Nature is on my bookshelf. Now you ask yourself where now these bookshelves are. So you can see up here, you can go to my bookshelf, and then you will see that Nature has been now put to my chemistry bookshelf here, the first one. I have also a bookcase for biology, for physics and theory and computation, and the fourth one, which I didn't name yet, but I have there different things on information science and some empty shelves as well. So that's how you can then fill those shelves. And if I wouldn't be happy that Nature is here, I can move it around by just simply clicking on this great thing, and then it would be moved. Or on tablets or smartphones, you can just drag and drop the journal around. So this is how the bookshelves look like. Now, if there would be new things coming in, you would see red numbers here on the top, which would show you how many articles haven't been yet read from this issue. Now, at the moment, I don't have any red clouds on any of the journals because I've done something which I'm going to show you in a minute, namely here on the right-hand side, you have settings. And in setting, you can say under journal unreads, if there are many things that you didn't read yet, you can say, please mark everything as read. And that I've done recently by another presentation. So that's why I don't see, now it looks like I read everything what came in, which is not true actually. But here under setting, there are also other different things. So you can have email notifications every time when there are new articles coming into a journal that you like. You can also put that off, and then you get no emails, and you simply look into BrowZine when you have time. You also have a possibility to say that the tool should forget your login details for Zotero and Mendeley, and then you can read a little bit about policies. With that, I will now leave the live demo and we'll go to my presentation. Here you can see how BrowZine looks on a smartphone. So I have to say the tool is really very well optimized for mobile applications. So you can make like really nicely looking bookshelves. And since what you can see is from my smartphone some time ago, you can here see I had, for example, in tetrahedron 290 articles, which I didn't read yet. So these are these red numbers I was mentioning before. And in science, I read everything. So there's nothing coming in. And then you also have nice presentations of PDFs on smartphone as well as on a tablet. I personally started using BrowZine on a tablet first because it was a time when I was traveling a lot. So it was really nice to follow a little bit what's happening in different journals. Yes, with that, I'm already at the end. The BrowZine Coffee Lecture card is virtual now also, and you can download it from the link above, or you just scan this QR code. And with that, I would thank you for your attention. And as I mentioned before, it's the last coffee lecture from this series, but we're already thinking about the next series that's going to come up this summer. And if you have wishes for topics that you would like to hear about, let us know. Thank you for your attention.